Well, g'day guys and girls, and welcome back to another stream on the Race Spec Esports channel. Again, it's the Tuesday night, which means it's the Regional Leagues night, and we're back again for the Pacific side of things, this time for Tier 4. It is your host, VSR Roscoe Arm, in the host chair once again, doing double duties tonight. My God, I'm going to have literally no voice by the time this stream ends anyway. But round 11 brings us to the Mexico, the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. 4.34 kilometers, 2.674 miles, 3 DRS zones, 1 down the front straight, 1 between turns 3 and 4, 1 between turns 11 and 12, 17 corners around his tracks, 7 to the left and 10 to the right. So we should be in for an entertaining stream, that is for sure. So I cannot wait to get started for Tier 4. First time I'm doing double duty tonight, so this should be interesting. Right, let us take you to the live action as we speak. There we go. So welcome everybody to Tier 4 for the first time. I think on the Race Spec Esports channel, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but or it might be for a little while. But anyway, you can see here we're under clear skies here for qualifying this time around. Hopefully we won't have what we had in the in Tier 3, where the lobby host disconnected and a few guys got kicked out of the lobby, including yours truly. So yes, we're certainly in for an entertaining race, that is for sure. This time 17 runners in Tier 4, so very nice turnout for these guys, and I'm sure they're more than excited to have their own tier streamed, that is for sure. If you're in the live chat, welcome. Let us know. Let me know down in the live chat if you're watching the stream, who you're supporting. And, well, if anybody is watching, whether the weather condition, if any of the guys are racing that are probably not on the racetrack as we speak. But tell me what the weather conditions are, because I like to be, like to know, maybe sometimes, or sometimes it could be left in the dark. Well, it could turn into an entertaining one. We shall see. Anyway, so I'm just doing a couple of things while we have a look here. I'll just, excuse me 1 second. Just clear a few notifications to make sure I'm not missing anything. That doesn't look like it. I don't think it's too bad. Anyway, let me just get rid of a few of these things. There we go. Supercharge. Good thing you're typing that into the chat while you're not racing. Good lad. You're on pole at the moment. Yes, very nice. There with a 14.355. Very nice lap time there for Supercharge. There at 2PEK. 2PEK, I'm going to just go with that. Tent Sandals. I think he's better known as Trent, but his gamer tag says Tent Sandals. I don't know why, but I remember that from many times ago. Anyway, he's in second on a 14.901. F1 Boy there in third on a 15.09 in third. Semi-Pro in fourth at a 15.372. James Cruz is doing double duty, both Tier 3 and 4. Is in fifth in the Alpha Tauri. This is his proper drive, I think, in Tier 4, 15.718. Dan the Racer, 15.748 in sixth in the Racing Point. CN Goats in seventh there at a 15.813. Drowl in eighth there as he's got the revving glitch. Lovely. Hopefully you weren't deafened by that, ladies and gentlemen. In the Ferrari P8 at a 15.874. Prost Professor there, 16.461 in ninth. And El Tonki in the Mercedes in 16.588. Then you got Albino Josh there in 16.737. Venti Supersoft. I'm going to go with that. If I butcher some of these names, gamer tags, I apologise. 17.179 for him. And Josh Sambin, 17.201 in 13th. And the guys who still yet to set lap times. Hold up, man, Dan, who's also doing double duty tonight. My God, there is a few other people that are doing double duty. Not just me. So, and you got Garlos in 15th, Anthro 16th, and Reedy there 17th. Who I think still in the pit lane there. So, who's on a fly lap? We can jump aboard. Who's just about to finish a lap? Looks like the first of the Alfa Romeos here. Hold up, man, Dan. He was driving a Ferrari not long ago in the Tier 3. But let's see what he can set in his first flying lap time here. It's a 15.583. I wonder whether he's going to give a little bit of a slipstream here to his teammates. There we go. Let's jump aboard Carlos. Let's give him a nice little slipstream there. Which is allowed, I think, to give his teammates a little bit of a helping hand here. So there's no rules regulating saying that there's nothing against it. Doing that and helping your teammate out. But of course, it doesn't happen in the race, obviously. Nothing gets too melodramatic. Who else we got? Carlos is on a flyer. It's gone purple in Sector 1 there at the current moment. Well, that could just be a glitch. We'll wait and see. Somebody just jumped up. I think that was Anthro into 13th place. 16.819. It's flying through the S section here. Didn't really take you on board a flying lap in Tier 3, so I'll try my best to find somebody who's going to be on a flying lap for Tier 4. So as he goes purple again in the middle sector, King could be a glitch. You never know with Codemasters in these games sometimes. So we're flying out of the final corner here. What is the lap time going to be? It's a 14.949. Jumps to third. So nice job for Garlaz. Might be continuing on here. We'll wait and see. Who else is going to fly here? El Tonki might have been on a flyer, but might have backed away. Or might have made an error. I'm not too sure. Who else? It was Hold Up Man Dan just dropping back into the pit lane. So Tonki going to do a fly lap for us. Why not jump aboard with the Mercedes driver? Let's go for a lap of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. So open DRS down this front straight here. It's one of the longest straights down into Turn 1. We already had carnage already in Tier 3. Well, can't wait to see what we get in Tier 4. Hopefully a lot less carnage. Into Turn 1. And this tricky Turn 2 and 3. Just takes it nice and cautiously. You could probably take a little bit more curb. The top, probably some of the quicker guys could probably, in the higher up tiers, could probably take a lot more curb. Into Turn 4. A little bit of a lock up there. Runs in a bit too deep there, I think. Just didn't quite carry the speed there, or carry too much speed, I should say. Now to Turn 6. It's a tricky one, this one. Nice and cautious here. Now through the tricky S section here. Could invalidate your lap time through here. Literally revving out the gearbox here. Now through 10 and 11. Nice run through there. Probably just taking it nice and extra cautious as well. Up by 0.4 of a second on his best lap time, which is a 16.58. Now to the baseball stadium section here. Turn 13. This is sort of a very tricky section here. I'm going to run it out too wide. It nearly did this then. Through 16. And around the final corner, 17. Take the shortest run to the line. And it's 11th place for El Tonki with a 15.885. So he did improve by 0.7 of a second there. You want to be careful. He just gets out of the road there of CN Goat, who's actually on about to start a flyer here. So we'll get a nice bit of slipstream there. Will the Red Bull driver. So there you go. That was a good flying lap there of Mexico City. Who else we got? Drow just jumped to 4th position there in the Ferrari. So nice lap from him, a 15.0. Wonder if he'll wait up for semi-pro here. He'll go... I think he improved, but stayed 6th. The semi-pro in the other Ferrari. 15.202 for him. I think that's down the race, just entering the pit lane. Venti Super Softs, 17.179. Don't know whether he was on a flyer or not. Yellow's in Sector 3. I think that's just there's Trent, Tent Sandals. Been known as Trent, I think, from memory. He's just trying to find a bit of space. He is your current championship leader in Tier 4 by quite a healthy margin here. I was trying to rack my brain, actually. We're doing the maths for this one, or just before this one here. So basically, if you count this one, and there's another 4 races to go here, so there's still about 120... I just got to work it out. So there's Mexico, Spain... what's the other one? I'm trying to think of. There's one in there. I should know it off the top of my head. Hang on, let me have a look here. There's this one, Mexico, Spain, Japan, Monaco, and Brazil left. So what's that? 25, 50, 75, 100, 125 points. Plus, if you include the fastest lap, which is basically another 5, so 130 points. We'll have a look at the standings a little bit later on, but thinking if he can stay within well, above, what was it, 100 and... If you take 26 off 130, that leaves you 104. So if you could stay above the 104 marker by the end of this race, there's a possibility the championship could be wrapped up in Tier 4, so we'll wait and see. As he's just about to finish his flyer here. This hold-up man, Dan, just goes to the front row to 14.888. Pretty much 14.888, actually. It probably should be saying it better. Reedy about to set a flyer as well to the line. 14.428. So he goes back to the front row of the grid. Does Trent in the second spot. Nobody can catch Supercharge at the moment. As we're migrating host. That's never a good sign. You gotta be kidding me. 2 hosts already have lagged out. You have got to be kidding me. Do I have a Tonki in the friends list? Hopefully we have somebody. No, I don't. Actually, let me just double check here very quickly. E, where are you? E. I probably should have done a lot of this. I probably should have added these guys into my friends list later on, but I don't know if I can, really. Can I? I don't think... I'm not sure if I probably need to do it some other time. We'll stick a board here with Reedy. So we might see Venti Supersoft has retired in the pit lane, I think, by the look of it. Reedy looks like this will be his one and only flyer here. Goes to 7th spot. Nice lap for 15.120. Who else we got? Let's hold up man Dan just returning to the pit lane. So it looks like his qualifying's done. Same can be said for Trent. Who else we got? Garlas is just about to start a flyer. So this will be his last run. Josh Sambin is the other one. CN Goat is probably another guy on a flyer. Who's the next one? Dan the Racer. No, he's on a flyer at the moment. Pross Professor's just started his flying lap. Who is the first one? Anthro has invalidated, so he might be in the pit lane, so he'll be done. Is that semi-pro? No, Drow. Just about to set a lap time. Is he setting a lap time? I'm not sure. It was 15.5. No, probably not. Semi-pro, and there's a few other guys. Don't know if Dan can make it around in time. He's going to have to deal with traffic, obviously. Semi-pro will have enough time up his sleeve. So I don't really know whether Dan... I don't think Dan will make it to the control line. Somebody jumped up. James Cruz there. Nice job lap from him in the third. 14.786. Fastest last sector. He's Supercharged currently on provisional pole position. Nobody's beaten his lap time currently at a 14.355. Looks unbeatable at the moment. Hopefully we can get our Tonki back. Garlas, nice lap up to the front row of the grid. 14.409. Josh Sammett, Reedy's retired. He might have gone for another lap. CN Goat, there's a few guys. Pross Professor's just gone to 12th. His teammate Dan the Racer... he might have just nicked it in before the timer went 0. Drow can't improve. I think only marginally missed out. What about semi-pro? Fastest middle sector. Just runs it a little bit too deep into turn 12 and 13. So he's pushing hard. That may have just ruined all the time he gained. As he just invalidates. So that probably might explain it all. So he's in the lane. So that's James Cruz just getting out of the road there of somebody. Going to be the pole sitter, I think. Just marginally in front is Supercharge. Oh, no. As I say that, he goes for a spin. And no, that's not showing off to the crowds, to the fans, ladies and gentlemen. That's just him go for a little spin there. So, can anybody else stop him from getting pole position? Dan the Racer is on a flyer. Who else we got? Seeing Goat. No, he's invalidated. Pross Professor probably is another one. So probably it's just the 2 racing points. And Josh Sambin, who probably is into the lane. Maybe, I don't know. He might be... No, he doesn't improve. So might just be waiting on the 2 racing points. Dan the Racer stays 10th. Pross Professor's in the lane. Okay, so that's qualifying done and dusted, I think, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll just wait around until everybody retires. Can I just quickly... Can I add a few of these guys? That's not what I wanted, but anyway. Probably not. Actually... No, that's not what I want. Tonki. View profile. Can I add him? I might see if I can add a few of these guys quickly. I think I've got most of them already. Dan the Racer I've got. This is what you love to see, folks, here. So might have to do that another time, possibly. So we'll have a look at qualifying, and I'll have a little breather, and then we'll get going. So Supercharge does remain on pole position, so that lap time I think he did earlier on in the qualifying session was good enough. 14.355, just narrowly. Look at the top three, within a tenth of a second. Garla's in position 2 on the front row of the grid, and then championship leader, Trent Sandals in P3. James Cruz in 4th, Hold Up Man Dan in 5th. Drowl 6th, F1 Boy in 7th, Reedy in 8th, Semi-Pro in 9th, and Dan the Racer rounds out your 10. So they'll all start in the soft compounder tyres. And outside, CN Goat 11th, Prost Professor 12th, El Tonki 13th. Hopefully we can get him back in. Anthro 14th, Albino Josh 15th, Venti Supersoft 16th, and Josh Sambin in 17th. So while these guys will ready up, I'll be back shortly, have a little quick drink, and we'll get into it, shall we? All right, we are back. Everybody has readied up. We'll show you that in a second or two, but let's have a look at the standings at the moment. So it's 112 points, the margin between Tent Sandals and Garlas in the championship. Hopefully it is tier 4. Yes, it is. So that is the battle here. If he could maintain above 104 points by the end of this race, then he's got the championship wrapped up with 4 races left after this one. Hold Up Man Dan in 3rd, El Tonki there in 4th, which I'll explain a bit in a moment. James Cruz in 5th. I can't read that. What was it? Blake Moon, I think it is, in 6th position. Dan the Racer in 7th. Prost Professor 8th. Sand Goat 9th. And I can't read the other one there. It's a bit hard to tell, but there's all the championship standings on your screen right about now, so I'll let you have a little look at where your favourite drivers are very quickly. Or we could just pause the video later on and have a look at them later on. So that's where we stand the driver standings. Constructors, we'll flick over to that. So it's very close, actually, in the constructor standings. Williams on 236. Oh, I say that. Actually, it's not really close. I thought it was. I thought it was a 3, not a 2. 236, Williams in first position. They're 13 points clear of Alfa Romeo, so there's still a bit of a battle going on with those guys. And third, Racing Point on 171. Mercedes in 4th on 143. Red Bull 5th on 134. McLaren is 6th on 123, so it's pretty close. Tight niche battle with those midfield guys. Alpha Tower in 7th on 92. Renault in 8th and 69. Haas in 9th on 41. And Ferrari round out your 10-car constructor field with 18. Right, let's get back to the racing screen, shall we? We're just about set to go here. Bit overcast conditions here, actually. So, obviously, top 10, we're starting on the soft compounder tyres. Now, bar that, CN Goat El Tonki, who was not here because he's just said in the chat that he's just had a blackout, so he won't be rejoining us, unfortunately. And Albino Josh on softs. Prost Professor, Anthro, Venti Supersoft, and Josh Sambit on mediums. So, this should be interesting. Boy, oh boy, I'm in for an entertaining race, hopefully. Otherwise, I'm definitely gonna have no voice by the end of this one after doing the double stint. But weather could play a factor. Let's see what happens here, shall we? So we will wait for the lights to come on. Hopefully they do come on. There we go. We got the 5 red lights all on here. And away we go here for the Mexican Grand Prix. Looks like a pretty even start there for the front, guys. Be even Stevens, I reckon. We might have a few 3-4 wide action down here into turn 1. As the Williams pulls out into the middle. Side by side. Into turn 1, but the Haas goes deep. Very deep, actually. Let's see if everybody makes it through. I think. Relatively side by side at Ferrari was AI for a minute, I think. But it looks like everybody's got through cleanly. So Williams goes up into for the position here. That's Trent, Sandals, and Supercharge. Oh, gets a little bit sideways there. Does Trent. He loses a spot here. He goes back to 3rd. Hold up, man. Dan trying to go around the outside, but no can do there. So he manages to hang on. You'll probably see the El Tonki graphic go down a little bit because obviously he's an AI car. Let's just confirm it. There we go. So he'll be probably in last and won't be scoring any points, unfortunately. But good start from Supercharge, the pole sitter. Looked like he was under attack earlier on as Trent and... Is it Trent and Hold Up Bandana battling for 3rd and 4th. So this could be interesting. Let's see if there's anything else going on here. I thought there was a battle. I think there was a battle with Dan the Racer and Drow. But we're done lap 1. Supercharge, 120.8. There's a typical lap 2 graphic glitch, spectator glitch, as always. So just ignore the fact that it says Garlaz is your race leader. Well, he might be, actually. I say that. He goes up the inside of Supercharge into turn 1. Not quite close enough there. As I think Supercharge had to cut the chicane a little bit there. Or cut the corner, I should say. But he hangs on for now. Just ignore where everybody is positioned at the moment. It's still Supercharge leading from Garlaz. As someone in the background, that's a CN Goat. I think that's gone around in the Red Bull. So not sure what's happened to him, whether he's come into contact with somebody or what. El Tonki will probably love it because his car's in P1. But I think we're nearly back to normal now. It took nearly to the end of Sector 2 for the graphic to fix itself. But it's done it a lot earlier. So there we go. Supercharge still leading away over Garlaz in position 2. Then there's Trent Sandals. Trent in P3. Hold Up Man Dan in 4th. F1 Boy in 5th. James Cruz in 6th. There's blue flags already been showing. I don't know why. Dan the Racer in 7th. And then the 2 Ferraris in 8th and 9th. And Reedy rounding out your top 10. Just outside of Prost Professor and Albino Josh, Anthro. Supercharged 1.1 seconds now. So there's 10 Sandals, 18.059, fastest lap of the race. So that might be handy for him later on. Is there anybody really close down the front straight here? I think Drow, possibly close to the back. No, Semi-Pro and Reedy. That's a switch for position there, so I missed that somewhere along the line. Venti and that's Josh Sambin, side by side. Goes in deep, does the upper tower. Oh, careful there. But just manages to hang on. So, as I say, that Semi-Pro has got back past Reedy for P9. Oh, not for long here. They're going side by side, Mercedes and Ferrari. You love to see it. Got to be fun if these guys could reignite their battle in real life as Semi-Pro gets a little bit sideways coming out of the corner and lost all that momentum. Now, probably come under attack from Prost Professor, who's the leader of the mediums. Drow, first penalty of the race. 3-second time penalty. That was definitely a corner cut by the look of it. There's F1 Boy and James Cruz. Oh, someone's around. That's Venti Supersoft, I think, has had a spin. Semi-Pro, 3-second time penalty. These guys are still battling for positions. So Venti looks like he's had a spin through the S section. And he's got front wing damage on the left-hand side, so he'll have to pit. Unfortunate for him. Dan the Racer now, 3-second time penalty for him as well. El Tonki's Ghost Car's battling well with Josh Samba for position. It's 0.7 of a second between these guys. I think 1.3 seconds covering the top 3. So just pulled away. Drow, another 3-second penalty. Dan the Racer is battling. Where's F1 Boy? There he is. Say no, I was just trying to work out where the hell he was. There he is. As he goes way deep to Dan the Racer to get the move done. He does. And F1 Boy loses 2 spots because Drow will get that position as well. A little bit risky, a little bit for Dan, but he got the move done. Supercharged 3-second time penalty for the race leader, so he's been pushing on. But that won't help him later on, to say the least. And whether we get weather or not will be another factor in this, because it is overcast. We've still got a good margin of 1.3 seconds. Trent here is starting to close into the back here of Galaz. This is for second spot. He'll be within the DRS range as well, since they got enabled on lap 3. We start lap 5 here. F1 boys close to the back of Drow by the looks of things as well, although saying that Drow will probably have DRS as well on Dan the Racer. Josh Sambin, another 3-second time penalty as his car and El Tonki, AI car, were battling for position there. Reedy and Semi-Pro still battling away here. So is Prosper Professor and Albino Josh. Goes in a little bit deep. Oh, that's a little bit of lock up there for the Ferrari. When he gets that move done, Reedy gets back for 9th for the time being. We'll see how long this lasts here. It's not really quite close enough there. So F1 boy trying to close back in on Drow, who's closing in on Dan the Racer. He's just dropped away a little bit. James Cruz is pretty much on his lonesome at the moment. Hold up man Dan. This battle for second is starting to heat up a little bit. They're very close on ERS, these two. Josh Sambin, 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. And probably just spun out a little bit as well. So, probably deserves him right there for making that corner cut. Unless there was contact there, I'm not entirely sure. But let's see if there's a change for second spot here. Look at this. Very little ERS usage for both these guys. Only difference is one's got DRS, one hasn't. So there we go. That'll be a change for position. I'm pretty sure these guys are battling for the championship, basically. So, Galaz has basically got to outscore Trent to keep this championship alive going into the Spanish Grand Prix. Semi-Pro and Reedy have switched positions again. So, I missed that entirely while we were doing that. Hopefully, you could have 2 replay cameras doing the exact same thing like what they do in real life in the next game. Venti, 3-second time penalty. The CN Goat and El Tonki's AI car somehow battling away for position. The leader of the medium compound tyre runners is actually Prosper Professor. He's starting to close into the back of the Mercedes of Reedy. Albino Josh, Drow 3-second time penalty. It's not too far behind Albino Josh in the Renault. He's on the soft compounder tyres. His teammate Anthro is on the mediums. Be a good time for Trent to Sandals, 10 Sandals here to go for it. He's under the 1 second window, but probably didn't get it under the 1 second window before the DRS control line. Which tells you whether you get DRS or not. Anthro's 3-second time penalty. Drow into the lane. This is unscheduled stop, I think. He's getting a front wing change and onto the hard compounder tyres. So I'm guessing this is an unscheduled stop. Unscheduled, whatever way you want to pronounce it. He goes onto the hards. A long race for him. Look at this battle up the front here. It's starting to close in between the pole sitter and the championship leader. Carlos. Oh, there goes the race lead as I say it. So Supercharge got too aggressive there onto the power. And he lost all that momentum, and that's just easy pickings for Trent Sandals, 10 Sandals. So he takes the race lead. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with these guys with pit stops and whether weather's going to play a factor or not. We'll wait and see. Might just stay overcast for the rest of this race. But let me know if you are watching down in the live chat who you are supporting in Tier 4. El Tonki, if you watch this back or you're watching it, you'll be proud to know your AI car's in 14th at the moment. As Galaz is in the pit lane, so this might be a strategy call here to maybe try and undercut. What's he going for? Soft compounder tyres again. So that'll definitely be a 2-stop. Semi-Pro's also into the lane, so there might be a 2-stop as well, but they might vary their tyre compounder. We'll wait and see. So he goes to mediums. So it's a potential for you doing soft, soft, medium, or soft, medium, soft, potentially. Or if these guys push on a little bit longer, you might see softer hards. Reedy, 3-second time penalty. Smash the like button as well if you are enjoying it, and do subscribe to the Race Spec Esports channel. Do follow their social media channels. They are down in the description as well. If you want to come join the league. Oh, Trents, that's a big moment there. I just caught the back end of that one. That's probably pushing a little bit too hard there. Tyre's starting to wear out here, so wait and see whether he dives it into the pit lane or not. But that puts Supercharge back into the front here. Even I was saying, as he gets a 3-second time penalty now, so it's probably just pushing it a little bit too wide here. So they're probably trying to push to do a one-stop potentially. Or like I said, weather could play a factor in a wait and see. Drow, another 3-second time penalty, but if you want to come join the league, whether it's a racer, commentator, there's a Discord link down in the description below, so come check it out. So who's this? Albino, Josh, and Reedy. This is for 7th and 8th. This is a switcheroo. And that's 7th spot for Albino, Josh. Next up is Pros Professor, is closing in onto the back of Reedy. What do we need? This is the penalty situation at the moment. Josh Sam is 16 seconds already on lap 9. Drow's got 12 seconds. These guys are pretty close to each other on track, and there's a tyre difference, you can tell. Straight down the inside there. Hards, fresh hards versus relatively worn mediums. That's the position there for 14th there for Drow, as he runs a very wide coming out of the exit. To keep an eye on this one here. Frost Professor and Reedy. It might just go back to, this is where the stops, so that's the movers and shakers. Oh, that's a bit sideways there for Reedy, so might take advantage. Does Frost Professor. Don't even know his DRS is open. Might not have known. Side by side. Reedy might have gone a bit off track there. Going to try around the outside. He was going to try to do the crisscross, I think. It's close. Oh, hello. Here comes Galaz. He's trying to thread his way through this pack here. So he's obviously doing the 2-stop. As in comes Reedy. As he gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So he went a little bit too aggressive in there, I think. Might come back to that in a minute with the position changes. So Reedy's gone mediums. F1 boy mediums. Down the race to softs. Well, there's Galaz in position 6. So he's the first guy that has stopped. And the rest of them have not stopped yet. So we'll wait and see. James Cruz is... The gap's starting to close a little bit between he and hold-up man Dan. Stroud gets ahead of Reedy, who's just come out of the pit lane. Reedy will have a bit of a tyre advantage as well once he gets his tyres up to temperature. Venti, 3-second time penalty. Semi-pro and, well, El Tonki's ghost car battling for position. Not really. F1 boy as well goes through. Pretty simple there. Now, does anyone pit? I think the top 2 are in. Yes, they are. So, Supercharge in. Oh, Trent, that's not ideal. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. Hold up, man. Dan's also in. So, that leaves James Cruz in the race lead. This is definitely 2-stop. Mediums for Supercharge. Softs for Trent. He has to push hard. Had to probably get held up a little bit. Hold up, man. Dan. Gala 17.9. Fastest up in the race. So... taking advantage, he got past Albino Josh as well. So he's got to. Trent has got to make advantage. As Reedy gets a 3-second time penalty. Trent has got to make advantage while he's got it with the soft competitor tyres, because he probably knows he's going to have to put the mediums on later on. Well, these guys have to do the the softs. Well, these guys have the quicker rubber, is what I'm trying to say. I think basically. So James Cruz is the leader. Has not pitted. Galaz has pitted already. But he'll be probably doing a long stint on the mediums later on. So we'll have to wait and see. Yellow's in sector 3. That's Venti who's around. And trying to do a reverse. I'd probably just keep reversing if I were you, pal. Beautiful job. I'd try to get around quickly before you get yourself disqualified. He might have just been disqualified there. We'll get clarification on that in a moment. Oh no, the Supercharge. I just caught the back end of that one. These guys are battling for position. as Prost Professor is as well. What on earth was going on there? That was a weird one. Garlas is 17. I think he's just pretty much done the exact same lap time. I don't know. Albino Josh in the lane. James Cruz in the lane. So mediums for James. Albino Josh will get clarification in what he does. Mediums and Supercharge in the pit lane again. So he must have got front wing damage. Oh, I can see the left end plate I think is missing. Oh, that's real unlucky there. He has to go on the hards for the rest of this race. Yellow's in sector 1. I'm going to assume that's a lap car. El Tonki's AI car's in the lane. Venti, I think, is just getting out of everybody's road. He's got blue flags. Obviously, he's now a lap down. That one might be a steward's while we wait and see. Probably not what Supercharge had in mind, the pole sitter. She's back down to 15th now. It's behind CN Goat in the Red Bull. And Josh Salmon there just in the foreground who has not pitted yet. Reedy and I think it's got by Albino Josh for position, I think. Excuse me. Might have to take a drink. Excuse me 1 second. Right, we're back. Oh, a bit of contact there between James as he gets a 3-second time penalty. Between he and Anthro. Oh, my word. Being pushed into the grass there. Somebody was being pushed into the grass. I have a feeling it might have been F1 boy and James Cruz. Thought for a second it was Supercharged, but no, I think it's his teammate, actually. So, it's in all that, Drow, another 3-second penalty. Trent Tent Sandals gets another. It's just a fast lap of the race. I think let me just double check. 17.7. So yeah, he's flying. It's a little bit quicker at the moment. A 10th quicker than Garlo's at the moment. The gap's still 3 seconds between these guys. He's got 3-lap fresher tyres. So on current form, I don't think this will. I think the championship could be potentially wrapped up. So that's Venti around again. He's been having a few dramas. Josh Sambert, a 3-second time penalty. As I think hold up man Dan has got by Prost Professor. He has. Fresh rubber. Up the inside. That's position 3 now. As Prost Professor's probably going to go along here. Yellow's in sector 2. I'm going to assume that's Venti. Please don't cause a safety car. He's got more front wing damage, so he's enjoying Mexico at the moment. Where are we here? James Cruz and Semi-Pro. That's contact between those two. Oh, that was tight. Oh, Semi-Pro gets very sideways off the corner, but just got away with it. Don't know whether you got any front wing damage from that, but probably wouldn't have been thrilled with James after that one. He does get the move done for 6th. As Venti's back in the lane again, so he might go, I think, 2 laps down now. 2.8 seconds is the gap, roughly 2.8. It's just gaining a little bit, obviously, on the straight, so might have a bit more straight line speed, obviously. As Prost gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As nice glitch, as always. So I would assume he'd be going for soft compound tyres. Okay. Thought for a second he was going to go for hards. Never mind. That just went out the window there. Venti in again for the hard compound tyres. I think he's pretty much used every set of compound of tyres. Let's have a look here. 6th and 7th. Yellows, that'll be for Venti, I think. F1 boy here closing in on Semi-Pro for 6th and 7th. One of the closest battles here. Keep it on. Oh, he goes for a move. That's not really a passing spot there. If it was a late one. Hopefully got away without any front wing damage. Drow, Albino, Josh, and Reedy are battling here for 9th, 10th, and 11th position. That's just Venti in the background there. He's obviously a lap down. I think, or 2 laps down, I'm not sure. Pretty sure he would be 2 laps down now, I think. But anyway, try to keep an eye on these battles right, left, and centre. The gap's starting to close up the front as well. CN Goat, 3-second time penalty for him. So this will be interesting. 7-lap old hards compared to 2-lap old mediums and 4-lap old mediums. So that was a poor exit there for Drow, as I think F1 boy has got past semi-pro. That's full position. It's actually semi-pros apparently in AI mode. So let's see what's going on here. Albino Josh has got by. Here comes Reedy. Drow might lose 2 spots in one. No, he goes in a lot deeper. Gets a little bit sideways, does Reedy. But he gets that move done. For now, oh, he hangs on for now, I should say, but not for long as he gets back past him. That's for 10th position. Venti, of course, trying to get a lap back. He could try to, as he gets a 3-second time penalty for his troubles, but I don't think Drow will be too thrilled about him going through that, as it was yellow flags in Sector 2. Might have been for Albino Josh, I'm not sure, but yeah, I dare say Drow won't be too thrilled with Venti Supersoft, who's just going absolutely nuts. So I wonder if he hasn't got penalties for blue flags. As there goes Anthro up the inside. That's for position. Oh no, Semi's actually got front wing damage. Okay, well that might have been why we had the yellow flags. I missed that one. So Semi, of course, 7-lap hole. He have to come in. Anthro's in the lane as well. Carefully. Oh my God! There goes the pit lane speed limit sign for. Oh, double pit stop for Ferrari. You kidding me? As actually Drow retires in the pit lane. So okay. I dare say Mattia Bonotto would not have been thrilled about that one, to say the least. But Drow's in the lane. Josh Sambert, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the lane. This is all happening here. We're only halfway distance here. El Tonki's AI car's into 13th here, ladies and gentlemen. But this gap at the front is closed dramatically here as Trent is now chasing down Garlaz. There's a 3-lap difference with these soft competitor tyres. See a sideways there. As we're migrating host again. Oh, great. Drow, I think, was the host. Obviously, when El Tonki left, so we've now got another new host. Hopefully, the lobby can last a little bit longer. Well, usually it's the host's job to obviously keep in the lobby, but not this case, unfortunately. So, obviously, well, El Tonki obviously had a blackout at his place, so and Drow obviously was there. The game obviously gives it to some random person as, well, that's Dan the Race, I think, getting James Cruz for 7th. Sorry, 4th, I should say, not 7th. What am I thinking? Let's go back to this battle. That's Venti, obviously, in that ghost car. Prost Professor's trying to get past. And he wants to try and get past Reedy as well. So he does, obviously, Venti wants to get past these guys, but of course, he's a lap down. Trying his absolute best to recover, but of course, he's still getting blue flags, so he'll probably have to give spots back again. So, that won't be ideal. We go back to this group up the front here. As it looks like Josh Salmon maybe put a lap down here. He's just pitted, obviously, so still Venti pushing all through this field. I think that's through, where is that? Prost Professor, I think. Let's go back to this battle. Remember, Trent has got a 3-second time penalty up his sleeve. That's Josh just putting out of the road there. Actually helped Garlaz out here with the DRS, so actually helped him out there a little bit just to pull away a little bit, but still gaining as he gets another time penalty. So now he's going to build that gap big time here. There's a nice revving glitch as always. Here he goes around the outside for the move. He has to go deep here at a turn 4. He gets it done. So he gets the race lead back. Now he's got to build that gap up if he wants to win this race. Well, I think second might be enough to hang on to get the championship. Well, basically, you can't afford to drop 24 points. Well, let's say that. 26 points, I should say. If he goes underneath 104 margin, then the championship will go on for another week. Currently 111 points, I think, or 112, one of those two is Supercharge and Reedy. Battling for position. I dare say Venti, oh, there he goes. So that answers my question. I thought for a second a few guys may not be thrilled with Venti trying to get his way through the field, but Supercharge 3-second time penalty. As Garlaz is into the lane again, so this will probably be for the mediums, I would think. Yellows in Sector 2, that'll be for Venti. Yep, it's mediums, so he's going to have to do a long stint here. So I think Trent is probably doing the similar strategy. But of course, he'll have fresher rubber later on. That's the McLaren in the background there. So he's got 12-second margin over hold-up man Dan. Garlas drops into fourth, I should say. As Venti now is retired. Actually crashed on the track, so it brings a safety car. I had a feeling this would happen. Where's the Williams? That's not the one I'm looking for. This one. Yeah, it's actually the race leader. There he is. Off to the far left here, so this changes it up big time now. We'll bring everyone bunched up now. Probably bring a level playing field as Prost Professor gets a 5-second penalty for collision with Albino Josh. He might have to serve that in the pit lane there, so probably can't do anything about it. So Garlas is pitted, obviously. But does this help out Trent a lot here? We'll see. Obviously, he'll have to pit. What's the... Actually, let's check the leaderboard. So he's got a 25.3-second margin. So I'll wait to see if this is an advantage or not with that safety car. So obviously the McLaren just gaining his lap back. Hold up man Dan will probably have to pit as well. And of course these guys are under a delta. You do not want to be speeding over that delta, otherwise you'll be probably copping a drive-through. There's mediums for Trent. This may actually help him out here. Where's Garlaz? I think Trent's in front. He is in front. So this has helped out the Williams driver big time here. You get to the control line very easily there in the end. And by the looks of it, he'll have a Alfa Romeo, two Alphas coming at him, really, literally. Oh no, Garlo's obviously pitted, so Superchargers stayed out on the hard competitor tyres. James Cruz for mediums, F1 boy mediums. Dan the Racer, I think, had a wing change in mediums. Because obviously a few guys might get rid of penalties as well, so that'll be another set of softs for Prost. Albino Josh is on mediums. Reedy's on mediums. Anthro stayed out, obviously, because he's on hards. Semi-Pro will also be another one that stays out. CN Goat, I think, just recently came in. El Tonki's Ghost Car. There's a Josh Prost Professor who comes out of 14th. So, now this makes things interesting. Let's just fix it up there for a second here. There we go. So now we just got to wait up for everybody to just catch up, and let me just bring up the driver's standings again. So there you go. That was 112 points. You probably won't hear, obviously, the gaming noise in the background. So, yeah, 112 points. So basically, still 130 points up for grabs. So you obviously will get rid of 26 of them after this race. So he can stay above 104 points, which at current moment he probably will. Then he's pretty much the champion. Well, maybe he can afford to lose spots as well, but at the current rate, he'll be champion-elect with 4 rounds to go. Let's switch back to Pacific and side of things, and we'll grab a quick drink. Just stand by. Dan the Racer's back into the lane again. I might be getting rid of 5-second penalties. If anyone's got 5-second penalties, they might try and serve them in the pit lane and get rid of them, because that'll help them out later on for penalties. Prost is in as well, so Racing Point's getting rid of penalties. So he's going on to an old set of mediums. That's probably not ideal, to say the least, there for Prost. So that's probably just ruined his race. I'll just have a quick drink. Yeah, sorry folks, don't mind me. So we had a bit of a freshen up here, so I'm just double checking. I forgot that. So he's on a 6-win streak at the moment. Is Trent as well. So you see he's warming up his tyres as much as he can. He'll have 1 lap difference over Garlas. And anybody who's stayed out on hards, they might be in a little bit of trouble here. So they could probably try to stick it out, but it'll be a tough ask when everybody else is on fresh compounder tyres as Prost is back in again. It's not ideal to go on to 15-lap old medium, so he'll have to go on a fresh set of hards. But it's probably worth a risk going to softs to the end. Just a gamble, really. So I think Dan's trying a little bit of a cheeky here. A bit of a cheeky, trying to see if he can get ahead of El Tonki. As AI car just actually had a message for the in the tier 4 chat. El Tonki really enjoying it, so no doubt you'll be watching it on your mobile phone, because unless your power's back on, El Tonki. So hopefully you are enjoying it, and hopefully everybody else is enjoying it, especially these guys when they get to watch it back. As hello, F1 boys around under safety car, mind you, as the safety car's in this lap. So has he done this on his own, or was he helped? He's got front wing damage, is missing an end plate on the left-hand side. One of them's in a good position as well. So safety car is in the lane. Current championship leader, Trent Sanders, going for 7 wins in a row. He'll have to build up 6 seconds of a gap to maintain this winning streak. We go back racing. It's a good restart from both the Alphas by the looks of it. They're keeping within the Williams grasp. Landing straight line speed's ideal for the Williams. Look at Garlas, is doing everything he can to make sure he continues. Goes around the outside. He'll turn into the corner for the next one. This is tight. They give each other respect. Good racing room between these fellas. And Garlas takes the race lead back. Now Trent's in an Alfa Romeo sandwich here. Is he going to try and get a long way here? Look at this battle here, folks. It's on at the front. It's on for the championship. Up the inside goes Trent. I think he can afford to lose spots and still may be the champion. Reedy and Albino Josh, there's battles galore every which way. I'm not keeping up to date, I apologise. This is why we need replay graphics in the next game. Seeing it, Goat and Dan the Racer. Close for comfort here. Oh, look at this. They're still close to each other, these two. As both of them have used up their ERS. One's using overtake and one's not. Even without no ERS left for this lap. So, Dan, hold up man, Dan's doing the right thing. And James Cruz is in this battle as well. So it's literally becoming a 4-way fight. Well, I was saying that. Look at these two in front. They're just starting to pull away here. Just trying to break their slipstream here. Look at that difference in the ERS usage. Does Garlas think about it? No, thinks better of it. We'll have DRS. No DRS for this lap. Garlas probably can't afford to get a penalty either, because they'll just minimise the margin a little bit if Trent has to gain on this group here. We'll wait and see on that one. So it's Trent leading the way over Garlas. Hold up man Dan. Alpha 2-3 at the moment. Might be an Alpha 1-2 if the gap maintains at this rate. James Cruz in 4th. Supercharged in 5th. Maintaining a good position there for him in 5th. Semi-Pro in 6th is holding up the next group, which contains Reedy in 7th. Albino Josh in 8th. Seeing Goat 9th. Dan the Racer rounds out your 10. Then it's El Tonki's AI car, who's doing a great job at 11th, mind you, on 12 lap on mediums. Prost in 12th, Anthro 13th, Josh Sambin, who's doing literally drifts right, left, and centre by the looks of it. In 14th, an F1 boy, who I think's had to come in and change his front wing, is in 15th place. With the 2 DNFs being Venti and Drow. 0.9 of a second. DRS gets enabled now. So it won't be enabled part for this lap, but it will be for the next time around. So unless Trent can build that 1 second margin, as he gets another penalty, as everybody else gets penalties. So Garlas and Old Up Man Dan get 3 seconds apiece. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. So it's still 6 seconds he needs to build. He wants to win this race. Got Trent there. Trent, 9 seconds. 3 each for Hold Up Man Dan and Garlas. 8 for James, because I think he got a 5 second penalty. Supercharged, 6. Semi-Pro, 6. Reedy, 6. Albino, nothing. Seeing Goat, 6. Dan the Racer, 6. Frost Professor, 3. El Tonki, nothing, even though he's an AI car. Anthro, 3. Josh Sanford, 30 seconds. I'll say that Albino Josh got 3 seconds now, so there's nobody left except the AI Ghost car. 30 seconds for Josh Sambin. How he hasn't been disqualified yet, I don't know. And 3 seconds for F1 boy. Back to the front here. 0.7 of a second is the margin. That's not the one I'm looking for. This is the one I need. There's the movers and shakers. Reedy, 3 second time penalty as well. So the 2 Alpha boys can't afford to get any more time penalties. Otherwise, it'll be playing more back into the Williams driver's hands. James has a little look up the inside for Hold Up Man Dan, but not really quite close enough here. Look at these guys for a 4-way fight. As El Tonki's AI car finally pits. Surprised it didn't pit under the safety car. But anyway. Great 4-way fight for those guys. And then Supercharged pretty much on his own. And 5th position. F1 boy, 3 second time penalty. So movers and shakers. Best move has actually been Albino Josh, up 7 spots. Next best was 3 for Semi-Pro, Josh Sambin. And then 2 for Trent, Hold Up Man Dan. Seeing Goat, Anthro, and 1 each for Reedy and Prost Professor. The biggest losers. Drow down 11. F1 boy down 8. Oh, big crash. James is out. Literally just caught it in the background. It might be another safety car. We'll wait and see. That might change it dramatically. How is this not a safety car? There's his car. Might see if we get another on board here. Just get away from that. There's his car. It's a mess. Oh, while he was in a good position as well. How is that not a safety car? I am shocked. Even one bloke who spun in Tier 3 and got front wing damage, and that was good enough for a safety car. How the hell's this not good enough for a safety car? It's still on at the front between these guys. Supercharged now, 3 second time penalty. Trent still leading the way for the Williams charge, but he's got the 2 Alpha boys not too far behind. Let's change it back. There's all the pit stoppers very quickly. F1 boy back into the lane again. This is an awesome battle as actually Trent started to pull away, so Carlos has made an error somewhere. Get out within 1 second and he might be in with a chance, but we still have a decent gap. Might be better through the middle section there. Might have set up the car for this sort of track, even though it's probably more for a downforce track. Lowish downforce. Venti, so sorry for that. Just couldn't get a grip tonight. We'll be better next week. Yep, that's fair enough. So hopefully come back next week and at the Spanish Grand Prix, hopefully it'll be better race for Aventi. I was saying that both Alpha Tauris are out of this race, so not going to be good for them in constructors-wise. Hold up, man. Dance just dropped away a little bit here. We're still in within the DRS, but he was outside the 1 second window. This gap is still the same as Trent runs very wide coming through turn 5. Garlo's all over the back. He's using overtake. Why are you using overtake through the corners? I would not recommend it at all. Trent really needs to save up his ERS intake through here. This position. Yep, Reedy's up in the 5th position. So El Tonki, even though you're not here, your teammate's still doing the charge here for the moment. Up in the 5th now for Mercedes. Albino Josh, another 3-second penalty. Literally burned it up. Hold up, man. Dan is not going to be in the DRS window this time. So it's pretty much this battle, I think, for the race victory. Garlas has got DRS. He's a lot closer this time. They've got nothing left in ERS. They're using both ERSs. Where is he? I can't see. And the outside goes Garlas to the lead. He's got it, I think. Yeah, Trent can't fight it. He probably might be thinking championship. He probably want to win it on track. But I don't think he can unless something drastically happens to Garlas. So Garlas gets the race lead back. Now Trent has got to find a way and build up a 6-second gap quickly. Although I hope Garlas gets penalties. Have any hope of a race win? This 6-race winning streak might come to an end. That's not the great corner through there. What the hell's that noise? No, that was weird. That was just the gearbox glitch. I thought that for a second it was a tyre glitch. But still within it. Well, I think at this rate it probably might be only dropping 10 points. Maybe. We'll wait and see. So probably won't be enough. Trent doing everything he can to get the race lead back, and he does down the front straight. DRS open and gets it. Now he's got to try and build the 6-second gap, or hope the Garlas behind gets a penalty. As Garlas' fuel light's actually on, so he might be very tight on fuel as well. That might be something to keep in mind. Reedy, another 3-second time penalty. Is there anybody else that's close handy for battling position? No, everyone's sort of settled in to a rhythm. Josh Samper, 36 seconds worth of penalties. How have you not been disqualified? So keep that in mind as he gets another 3-second time penalty. So that changes it. Now Trent only has to build up a 3-second margin. F1 boy, 3-second time penalty. If Hold Up Man Dan can keep with this group, he might be able to play here. He's very sideways, this Hold Up Man Dan. He's trying to keep within it, but obviously he won't have DRS, so it's not helping his cause. These guys have got literally nothing left in ERS, and only one difference is one's got DRS, one hasn't. And one's very tight on fuel by the looks of it, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one for Garlas. That might cost him a race victory. We'll wait and see. He might have to save a little bit of fuel just to make it to the end. Josh Sambeth, another 3-second time penalty. Again, how is he hasn't been disqualified yet? Garlas trying. These guys, this is great racing between these two. Oh, there's contact! Garlas, he's around! Just saves a good save in the end. And he might have let his teammate go. Yeah, I think that's probably the fair go there. Is that the championship slipping away for Garlas? I'm pretty sure he was second in the championship. I'm not sure. It's one of these alpha boys. But is that the championship slipping away? Might as well let your teammate go and have a crack. See whether he can go for the race win. At this rate, he probably will. But Trent will do everything. But Dad's also on very light fuel as well, so This could be anybody's game, really. Lap 33 of 36. Margins 2.5 seconds. So that gap may start to build very quickly. Let's jump back here to these guys. Who's the closest here? Albino Josh. Might go for a move. Although saying that, they've got DRS, both of them. So that's not going to help him out here. Looks like that Ferrari's got pretty good straight line speed. It might be set up based. And Semi's on hard compounded tyres. Leading the Ferrari charge, but his teammate already DNFing out of this race. These guys stay as it is. Sorry, just wanted to make sure I get a quick drink to the end. 2.7 seconds. And these Alpha boys, although saying that Garlas's fuel light, his yellow light has gone away, so might just saved a little bit of fuel for now, but got to keep an eye on his teammate. He's also got the low fuel light on. Trent has got nothing at this stage, so he's pushing. Literally going to go all the way to the end, and he's got nothing left in ERS terms. Garlas still within DRS. Only just, though. Let's see these guys here. I think it's just sort of settled out a little bit. 0.7 of a second. Reedy's in 5th. Of course, penalties may play a factor. Josh Sandberg just getting out of the road there, I think. Just gets another penalty. I think he just may have been disqualified, actually. Maybe just, that's not the way. Yep, he's been disqualified. 42 seconds worth of penalties. Just literally caught it before the end. So, yeah, that's the end for Josh. Unfortunately, he's been disqualified. It was probably bound to happen, obviously, but as he's now left the session. So, obviously, the yellow flags will show up, obviously, because his car's disappeared. But anyway, 17 lap hold softs on a ghost car. That's an incredible effort. These Alpha boys are really tight on fuel. Will definitely hold up Mandan. He's trying, obviously, to push. He probably can't afford to push too much. But Trent's just enjoying life at the moment. 3 seconds the margin. Needs to get another 3 seconds in the space of 2 laps. Otherwise, hold up Mandan might get the race win. We just double... that's not the right one. It might be changed back for position. There he is. So Garlas, I think this is probably for championship purposes. Dan the race has finally got past Reedy for 5th. He might get 5th at the rate he's going with the penalties. Reedy's got a lot of penalties, so he might drop out of the 10. That's really unfortunate to say. Let's go back to this battle here. So this will be the battle for the championship, basically. So, well, it'll be tough to see where this ends out. But there's Trent, another penalty. So this might cost him the win. Might cost him the championship for the time being. Championship could have possibly been wrapped up here. That probably will not be the case. These guys are still on low fuel. Well, hold up, man. Dan's indicator's now gone. Now Carlos's is back up, so they might be still using fuel as we set off the last lap. It's anybody's. I think out of the top 3. I think at this rate, it might be hold up, man. Dan's to lose here. He's only got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Garlo's got 6, 12 seconds for Trent. He might drop to 4th. We'll wait and see because Superchargers, the pole sitter's just recovering. So he might drop all the way to 4th. So this could go to Spain for the championship. I said 112 points is the margin. Needed to get it still above 104 and he'd be the champion-elect. At this rate, I don't know whether that is going to be the case. So we come through the S section for one last time. The fuel light is literally flashing. Hopefully everybody can get through it. Reedy, another 3-second time penalty, so that might cost him quite a few positions later on in the race with penalties. F1 boy, another 3-second time penalty. There goes the confetti. It's going off. Supercharge has got into third. Yes, he has. Has he? Hold up, man. Dan's fighting, but he won't be able to do anything about it. But it's Trent that's going to cross the line on track to win the Mexican Grand Prix. But on penalties, I think he'll go to Garlas. We'll wait and see if anybody else will take... Hold up, man. Dan's won it. Hold up, man. Dan has won the Mexican Grand Prix with less penalties. Garlas in second, so it is an Alfa Romeo 1-2. Very nice job from those boys. Trent finishes up in third. If my maths is correct, let me just double check. Where's the... No, that's not the one I need. This one. So F1 boy get the extra bonus point for the fastest lap. We've got... Oh, I've got to work out the points, don't I? It's a little bit different in race spec, so might have to stand by on that one. We might have to go into next week and see whether it actually is confirmed or not, whether he's the champion or not, but there still is 25 points for a race victory. Woo boo, says Daniel Bramhall. Yep, yes, certainly something. So you just wait on F1 boy to come around the final quarter, be the last of the finishes. Here he comes. Yep, he's crossed the line, beautiful. So he finishes up in 12th position, so... woohoo. I thought you meant woohoo. Albino Josh gets the driver of the day. The big congrats to him. I think he was the big mover up the grid, so, yeah, well done to him. But there's a Alpha Schumacher. It's one of my good mates we call it. He's on the top step of the podium. It's an Alpha 1-2. That'll probably help them out in the constructors as well. So we'll have a look, one last look at the race results, and then I need to go and have a lie down, I think, and rest the voice. So, my God. So hold up, man. Dan gets the race victory in the end with less penalties. He wins the Grand Prix by 0.4 of a second there over Garlas. Trent there, 10 sandals in third. It was a good drive from him. Supercharged, good recovery from him after being spun out earlier on. Finishes in fourth from pole. Dan the racer there in fifth from 10th on the grid. Albino Josh, who got the driver of the day, 15th to 6th. So that's probably why he's got driver of the day, up 9 spots. Semi-Pro in 7th, sorry. Prost Professor in 8th. CN Goat in 9th. And Reedy rounds out your top 10, so he dropped a bit further down with the penalties. Then Anthro in 11th. F1 Boy 12th. El Tonki will not get classified anyway, even though his lap car finished a lap down. And then James Cruz, Venti Supersoft, Drow DNF'd, and Josh Sambon disqualified from the Mexican Grand Prix. That was entertaining. Great commentary, mate. Thank you, Daniel. Really appreciate it. So, that is going to do it, I think, for the Mexican Grand Prix for Tier 4. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button as always. And subscribe to the Race Spec YouTube channel if you haven't already. And I'm just doing a bit of adding friends here at the moment here, so I've just tried to try to wrap it up very quickly. But yeah, if you follow the social media links below, if you haven't already, they're all down there. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, they're all down there. If you want to go check them all out. I can't even speak now because I've got nothing left in me. So that's yeah. Next, we'll probably get confirmation of where we're at with the championship. Anyway, I think it probably might be going another week. We'll wait and see, but we'll confirm that next week anyway when we head to the Spanish Grand Prix for round 12. But yeah, go check out all the other streams as well if you haven't already. And yeah, until next week at the Spanish Grand Prix, it is goodbye.